I'm so happy to be here again today. Last time, or maybe the time before the last live, we had some higher dimensional visitors, and wow, wow, they just pulled me right up from 5D into 7D. Shortly after the live with them, I kind of just felt this large energetic energy expanding, and it was like, I saw energetically my angel wings coming out of my back, and hey Lori, how are you? And just like it flushed out all the energy. It was just me energy. I could feel the 7D. Everything seemed so, everything 3D around me seemed like lighter, or not like as solid or heavy as it is. Whoa, my kitty. Be a nice boy. He's grumpy boy right now. What you want? Hmm? Hmm? You want this? See that? You see that? Oh, oh. Laser pointer gets him every time. There you go, bub. I think he's just a little grumpy today. That happens to everybody. So, got my, like, I already knew I had angel wings, but this time I could like see them, I could feel them. I can still now feel them on my body. It's like if I just feel like how my body would be if there was an extra weight of angel wings. And let me tell you, it is amazing for my posture. It is like wonderful for my energy. I'm just like, Lori, yes, I'm so glad you're doing great. Right? Algebra and English. Might as well be a Friday now. The water. I hope you are at home and have water. Yep. Also, when I was growing up and my grandparents lived on a property where they had their own well, and water level and water resource management was important. It was like very important that you did not flush the toilet or use any water just for going pee, only for number 2. So that can save you some water too. Just close it, close the door. Does not necessarily seem real classy or great, but it does it. And people are in here, I'm going to say right now, thank you all for being here. This is amazing. And foundationally, there are things here that we believe and follow in our chat. This is a place to have compassion, rest, peace, authenticity, being vulnerable, and just having some space for that. And to really fulfill this on a larger scale, what I always say, and I hope everyone else will start repeating too, is there are several things that people need that should never cost money, and that is food, clean water, clean air, place to stay, security. Oh, that's okay, Lori. I'm glad you made it in. I hope everything goes well. You have another awesome day, and I'll see you again soon. It's just fundamentally wrong to monetize things that people need to survive, right? Do birds have to pay for seed? No. Do plants have to pay for the sun? No. There are things that are given to us by this planet that are ours by right, divine right. That's all I gotta say about that. And I hope that you believe that too, right? Every creature born on this planet is offered a life, food, friends, family. In general, it could seem harsher, like there is like harshness, circle of life kind of thing, but light too. Circle of light, that's what we're here for. And it's also talked about in the Bible, right? The flowers And the birds and the plants don't worry about where their next meal is coming from. Will the sun rise tomorrow? How they're going to do it. They just exist. And their existence is supported because the earth supports life that has been here and still going to be here. Yes, absolutely, fanfic. 100%. 100%. They're not worried about it. They do things to resolve it. That's the difference, right? If you don't do anything and you just think that you don't have it, then that's worrying. But if you just take inspired action of like, I mean, you can kind of see it in cats, right? They have like a certain sleep schedule, wake schedule. All plants and animals and things are like that too. They have their own schedule that they follow intrinsically based on their body needs, and that's it. And then their body needs are fulfilled or not. And that's most of the time, yes. Are they worried about it? No. They're just doing it. They're just doing themselves, and they get what they need. And how should that be different for us? We are here on the planet too. I started this live at 111, and now there's 11 people here and 1 likes. It's definitely confirmation again and again. I'm at the right place at the right time. Thank you for that one person who left to change the number. I know there'll be another one back. Whew. Yes, hunting, fishing, growing vegetables, absolutely. I also strongly feel that there's a large disconnect in our society because many people just go to the supermarket and buy the meat. They don't even connect the meat to an animal who actually lived. And I really feel that there would probably be a lot fewer people eating meat if they needed to see the animal, kill the animal, clean the animal, put all this stuff there like that. Birds have to go get the seed too. Like I so love that you engage with this. Thank you so much. They do have to get the seed, but guess what? The seed is just there. The seed is there, made by the earth. They just gotta go get it. Like, there's my kitty. He's been sitting over here like the last couple days being like, girl, why aren't you live streaming? He's also the one that what do I want to say? He's kind of like an emotional support animal. If I'm not in bed at the right time, he's yelling at me. Let's see. They worry about the next meal. Why do domestic animals become obese if not for instincts to eat more to survive? Interesting. If people's only option was to forage and hunt and grow crops, billions of people would starve. Yes, we have kind of painted ourselves into a corner. This is like late stage capitalism. When you and I don't think so thank you again so much for being in this space and engaging with me. So here's what I would say about that. Yes, we've painted ourselves into a corner. A lot of it has to do with the change in farming techniques started in about the 80s with Monsanto. So that has kind of made it to a point where you can't even take seeds from the plants that you own and plant them in the soil for the next year. You have to buy new stuff every year and the chemicals to grow it, and the chemical farming is just disgusting. If we used all of our farming land available here in the US, instead of growing corn for beef or soy for, external, if we actually grew crops that were for eating, that would shift that a big bit. And I don't think we need to get to the point, or we can't make that jump yet of getting to the point where people only eat what they forage and farm. But I think everyone, it's a great opportunity to connect with nature and create a little more independence in your life if you do grow some of your own food. I mean, that's what the earth does. That's what the soil does. That's why the sun is here. You just stick it in the ground, and it's that kind of thing, right? It's like, how much do you really need to work on helping something grow that already grows? Slim Jim, you know what you do with your Benjamins? Well, honestly, if money had no value at that point, then probably you would need to compost it. That's how the world works for you and for now. I know things work differently for me in a higher vibration level I'm at. And how do I know? It's a Thursday morning, it's in rush hour, and there is no traffic outside, and I live right next to New York City. And why is that? Because in 5D, there's not as many people as in 3D. There's not so many people that can reach that vibration. And it's real, and it's legitimate. Yeah, Slim Jim, that's, yes, the monopoly should exist. That's hilarious. No. We as humans function on this premise, and talking about how animals feel also functions on the premise of lack, of not having enough. And then therefore, you think there isn't enough for everyone, so you're like, okay, I only have this much, so it's going to cost me that much to give it to you. Or I'm going to charge you that much because I'm not going to have this much. There is more and more and more and more every day. Every day, always. More and more and more. Why? Because the sun came up. Why? Because the earth is here. My cat is very annoyed at me. Come here. Want to play? He likes the laser pointer. But I think he just likes sitting here now. Because the vibe is right. We did not call in our usual circle of protection. We will do that right now. In this highly protected and divine 5D space where we share energy and experiences regardless of time, place, day, any of that stuff. I want you to know that how you believe things work is how they are going to work. That's it. And if at any point you don't like how things are going, then you can't just do the same thing and expect that anything will be different, right? My biggest recommendation is, instead of just trying to look away a little bit, right? Don't look at the things that are making you feel strong emotions that are robbing you of your focus and energy to use on things that you want them for. Yeah? There's a lot of things out there right now that you can consume that will make you feel some kind of energy, or if you allow yourself to feel that kind of energy and then they use it, then what do you have left, right? You've used that energy to feel some kind of way that you maybe didn't want to, about something that you feel is very affecting you. Yeah. How you believe it is how it is. Thank you so much, Slim Jim, for being here and talking to me. Okay, we gotta open this highly protected space, which could be why we had so many visitors earlier. This tends to be like a very small space with individuals coming in who are supposed to be here. Well, we're supposed to be here, so let's do that. Archangel Michael, who is guiding us with the sword of truth, cutting through false beliefs in your world, in your life, in your beliefs, covering us with this cloak of protection as we travel on our path. This is the very idea that you can have a divine purpose, you can have a destiny, and the free choice that we have comes from whether we choose to or not walk that path. Archangel Gabriel is here, always giving us wisdom and strength. Really important during this time. The last few days have been really wild. We had that full moon, and then I just got the chills again. Then we had the eclipse. It was big energy. It felt like jumping a timeline. Like suddenly I had understanding for things that I had been studying and trying. It was like instant breakthrough, instant understanding. Like I can't even explain it other than to say it just felt fabulous. And right now I'm just feeling like all of this wonderful energy, and I'm so grateful that that's what I stepped into through that portal of time. Ooh, he's so mad. Boy, why are you so mad? I didn't even try to move him. He gets angry. think he's claimed this space as his. Okay, he's a little nicer now. I tried to give him that little kitty headbutt. Other one who is always here, hands down, had miracles in my life, my parents' lives, just like all the time. Archangel Raphael, who is here for healing body, heart, mind, and soul. If you have any kind of thing that is not feeling quite right, then that is the person to just say, yes, please. Yes, please, I accept this healing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for it. I'm tired of me talking, not paying attention to you. Is that it? You don't know? You hear him talking? He's loud and rowdy. Mm-hmm. I know what I'll do. I'm gonna get him some treats. Hold on 1 second. How could you be so mean? Stop. Stop being so mean. Bruh. Oh, that's what you wanted. I'm gonna scrunch your feet. There you go. Oh, you want to do some of these too? Okay. I mean, I got to now. I already took them out, huh? There you go. You ready? Come on. Alright, that should be enough. I'll keep them over here just in case. In case. There we go. Alright. Now we got some space here. So, Archangel Raphael, just like, so much like miraculous healing in my life. I cannot even explain. Helped me in the last, like, few months, helped my father get a heart transplant and all of that stuff. Like, I can't even do anything else other than to just be so grateful and let you know that this energy is here in this space and for you if you need any of those kinds of healings, guidance, protection. It's all here. This is a space to have authenticity and vulnerability and be safe, right? This is a space to be safe in for those things. And I'm so glad that you're here. I know that when I am here, people see things that they're supposed to see. People start the first little seed planting, the first tingling of the third eye. This is the first step on your path, on your journey. Thank you for being here. I love that all for all of you so much. So much. There is a couple more things that we need to do, and that is closing out the circle. The one, the only electronic presence. Jesus Christ is here with us right now too. Also, Metatron is sitting here at like the top of the circle, right, at the dome, and it's kind of just calling people up to a higher vibration level, right? Starting them on their journey of like, hey, you know, you are much more than what you can see with your eyes. You are much more. Think of all the things, the emotions that you can feel, all of the space in your heart. Think of when you close your eyes. What is the volume of that space? It's infinite. Your imagination is infinite. You can have infinite thoughts and infinite space. You love my artwork? Thanks, V. That's great. I appreciate it. Thank you. Will Leo, and you have a new beginning now cover. Well, B. Smith, I'll tell you something right now is like hot for Leos, so it could be they're going through a lot of energetic changes right now. A lot of different things coming on because we're in Leo season, we just had the full moon and we just had an eclipse. So I would say maybe give them a little bit of time to like what do I want to say? It's not like rebalance or recenter. It's like integrate the additional energy that they've just received. And change. Will there be something? Let's see. Let's see what there will be. For business 9090. Oh, October. Okay. We'll see if he's going to be back for your birthday treats. And girl, whether he is or not, you buy that thing you would have wanted him to get for you. Boom. You don't need gifts from people. You can give them yourself. Okay, hold on. Nothing's coming out yet. Okay. In October, will B. Smith be hearing from the person she wants to hear from? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But my point still stands. Don't wait for someone else to buy you the things that you want. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh, and wait. Who's there behind it? Whoop. Okay. So, I gotta point this out too. Alright, because I just saw it. Alright. You got this. You got this. And this was right in the middle. What is this telling you? You have these fears that it's over, that it's done, that, you know, what's gonna happen. And in between all that is this. Right? So this is yours that you have control over. You can like quiet your mind. You can know that what's for you is for you. It will never miss you. It is coming towards you, and this is what it is. And you come tell me. And at the end of October or in November, exactly what happened. I love to hear. I love to hear how things go. I know things happen and people don't always come back as you're on to the next thing. I love that for you. I just saw like you buying the thing you wanted and then him bringing you the same thing. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Awesome. B. Smith, yes. I've cut it a couple times and seen this. Like, it's... Don't worry. Everything works out as it's supposed to. Worrying cannot change anything except towards the negative, because you're using your energy, right? You're using your energy on something that is not creating anything. That's not making progress. It's not making change. Taking a bunch of actions without a plan. Why is that? Ooh, there's... Okay. Taking a bunch of actions without a plan, and then I just saw the devil on the bottom of the deck. So there's something that someone here now or in the future is connected to that will make sense. There's something you feel that you are stuck to, and some of it feels like there's a lot to handle in a family way. Also, there's this feeling that's like, oh, okay, like the devil, and then there's this feeling almost of like you got the wrong lessons. You were taught the wrong things, right? You did all of the things and still maybe didn't get the outcome you wanted. And the way out of that is kind of what we were talking about before, is just turning your mind to the next thing. Don't keep trying to make the moment now right. See the movement, get the inspired action, right? Assess and go. That's how you get out of this situation, right? Some things you can't make right. You make right by leaving, because it's not yours to make right. It's someone else has to do the work. Yep. And it's tough. You need time to... Okay, I won't say it's tough because that gives you like an out and it's negative, but it takes time to really integrate, understand, and truthfully feel that you will always be okay. You always get everything you need. You always have enough and more than enough to share with others. Like you start feeling those things, and having that experience just backs you up more and more that anytime something happens, you don't have to worry about it, because you already know it's gone, it's done, it's for you. We are here starting our journeys. Whew. Yep. Requires action. Again, we got this though. So there must be another message about this one here, because right next to it is like the Two of Cups. So yeah, this can be a transition. I feel this now. This is a transition of like, what do I say, childhood or youthfulness, right, into adulthood. Like partnerships, relationship. There is something, and we know that this can sometimes happen, where you repeat in your relationships things that you were like demonstrated that maybe were not the most positive or helpful things. One of the things I want to say, B. Smith, about letting go is that you may have in your mind you want this thing, but I promise you, you will always get, if you don't get that thing, you're getting something better. Like that. Oof, I got chills again. Just start believing it. Start looking in your life for any single moment, even the littlest thing, where it's like you wanted something but got something more. It can even be things like, ooh, I bought this and I didn't know it was on sale. Like that kind of thing, when you start like identifying and focusing on all of those things instead of the feelings or belief of lack, because what's reflected to you externally, like it's kind of going about it backwards, like external to internal. No, it's internal to external. So if you're using your external as validation for how you feel internally, no, you need to feel some kind of way yourself and then see it reflect to you in life. Any way you can do it. You can be dancing, singing, traveling, running, like anything you do that brings you joy is what's going to help you transmute your current situation. Meditation, rest. When you come out of a situation where you need to be pivoting, rest. You need to rest, you need to assess. And then you need to trust and take the step on your journey that's going to take you where you want to go. I love it. And this one is the bottom of the deck too. This is the feeling of like when you know you need to pivot and you're like, okay, let me prioritize the situation. Where are we at? What we got? Where are we going? What's our resources? What's our goals? It's that. Oh, and then I don't know if you saw, it's like I just released my hand a little bit and this showed itself. Focus on your own emotional internal state. Your happiness, your joy, your anger, your sadness, all of those things don't really come from what's outside. I mean, they can if you let it, but you are in charge of your emotional state. Things can't make you feel anything you don't want to. Even if it's something that's like horrible, and then I would feel like, ooh, that's terrible, why are people like that? I would get some of that low feelings, and then I would be like, hey, that's not my energy to carry or transmute. And then you just bust out a ballad and you're right back to where you were. Don't take on other people's things either. That takes a lot of energy, transmuting work for others, which is okay though. It's fine. But everybody has to learn how to do it themselves, just like being a person, right? At some point, people feed you, people help you, people clothe you, you're a little kid. Eventually you get to the point where then that's your responsibility. And having what do I want to say, it's like a clean internal structure really helps on managing your emotions. Don't take on other people's stuff. And the way to do that is through the meditation. You figure out your own energy, who you are, and what that is and feels like, and then it's easier to recognize what's not yours and say thank you so much, and return it to the earth so that it can be transmuted into more abundance, or return to the person who needs to do the work, whether that's like learning the lesson or doing those kind of things. Yes. Yep. And this is the next one. You find your own way, right? There's nothing wrong with going your own way. In fact, I think it's the sanest thing that you can do in some situations, like now. Things, right? Because if everything is going in a way that you're like, I don't really like this, but I also like don't want to spend energy working on this. This is when you go your own way. What is your light saying? What is being shown to you? Where are you being led? And what does that mean for you and others around you and life in general? There's a lot of energy here. Someone's got a little heavy. Let's see why. Especially since the card at the bottom of the deck was wish fulfillment. Yes, prioritizing rest is so important. So here's something I just learned, and I'll share it with you guys. I just learned that sometimes I interpret big energy as heavy energy. And so now I'm just going to be like, okay, remember that. It was not heavy energy. It was big, big, big energy. And that felt heavy if it felt like something I had to carry. But in fact, it's just like large and expansive. Thank you so much for that lesson today. We learn something new every day and we just get better and better. Yep. Oh yes, if anybody's here and wants to ask a question, you don't have to do it out loud or in the chat. Just like or subscribe and then we will go from there. I always have my Cash App and contact information in the details, but I usually, I don't charge for this. People give when they're like, I don't know, inspired to, but I'm not. I feel like these gifts that I've remembered and have been shown that are available to me, as they are gifts, they are given as gifts. I want to know his feelings. It might be a bit much now because of all the recent things that are happening in the celestial bounds. Okay, got this little stack here. Let's see what's on the bottom. It's on the bottom. What's this one on the top? Okay, those two are for me. And I know that because Queen of Wands showed up, and that's how every tarot deck refers to me, unless it's the High Priestess, or the Moon, since I'm a Pisces. Anyway, his feelings right now. Alright, there's a few different feelings here. Feelings of closing out a cycle, going through a portal, a definite, like, ways things were one side of the portal, way things are on the other side. Like, it's not the same. It's something totally different, and something has been closed out. Looks like he's focusing a bit on the material world more, like looking to get more money or a better job or anything else that has to do with materials. So like focusing on your car, better living situation, anything like that is here. Pentacles, that's what Pentacles is for, is the physical realm. So anything in the physical realm he could be paying attention to more. And he's focusing on inspired action, or I would say receiving inspired action to reach those goals. However, he's not actually taking the action yet. Like, he's got this feeling, oh, I should try this, or I should go here, or call them, or do whatever. But then they've gotten the inspiration, but they haven't done it yet. Right? And, okay. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm only saying like what I feel and my interpretation. So always feel free to be like, no, that's not for me. You know, you don't have to accept everything I say is true. Okay? I just want to put that there. It feels like the reason why he is not taking the inspired action and waiting is because he's feeling some kind of lack, or even this waiting time will lead to lack. So that's where his feelings are. It's like his feelings are like he's trying to close out a cycle, or a cycle is closing, and then it's like something he's focusing on, he's like getting inspired action. That's what his feelings are at. But then his feelings are also like, I don't think I'm ready, and also I don't think I have enough. I don't think I can. Y'all, the cat is having its say about what's going on here today. I can't say anything else about that. Hey, just in case you need to see a cat today. Here he is, everybody. He's one of the most, like, what do I say, does the same thing every day. Okay, I'll give him another treat. Where it's like, if I haven't taken my medication at the right time, he's meowing at me. If I haven't gone to bed at the right time, he's meowing at me. If I've been sitting too long, or he feels that my energy isn't good with what I'm doing, he's meowing to pull me like out of it and onto something else, which is so wonderful, beautiful, grateful for it. It's one of the best cats I've ever had. I would say from that whole reading, it doesn't seem like that's even the focus, right? Like, that's not where his focus is. It's on something else. And it could also be that, you know, the material thing, if it was relationship-wise, it'd be more like cups. Cups are about, like, emotions and stuff like that. Oh, he's like a greedy boy. One more, and then I'm putting them away. Actually, I should just keep them here because it will get him off the table. No, I love the energy you bring in, Goober. Thank you. The kid's named the cat Goober, which is hilarious. It makes sense, though. He was a goober. That's how he got caught as a little kid. So he's an outdoor cat. We have a lot of cats in our town, like feral cats, because in the 60s they were like, man, there's so many rats in town. What can kill rats? Cats. And so now we don't have a lot of rats or mice in town, but we do have lots of feral cats. Oh, that's so good. Your cat's name is Jade. That's nice. I would say he's like he's tied at the top for best cats I've ever had. So he's the best male cat I've ever had, and the best cat I ever had was a female cat. And this cat managed to get me back into a house I was locked out of and didn't have keys for. And I was like, girl, you are the top #1 from here on out. Best cat ever. Oh my goodness, he's peeling out. Alright, hold on. I'm going to put this away. Okay, mister, there is no more for you. I put them away, bub. I know they're not over there anymore. He just looked at me like, what did you do? How could you do this to me? Ultimate betrayal, treats are gone. Yes, Bob, thank you. Let's cleanse this energy a little bit here. Yeah, it just feels like with this latest full moon and eclipse, it's like different timeline. That's what it feels like for me. It is unbelievable, and I'm always so grateful. I'm so grateful. Say it with me. We always get what we need. We always get what we want. We get better than what we want. We are always great, okay, loved, protected, blessed, understood. Oof. Feels like it's getting the same message over and over and over again. All right. So this is someone trying to make progress on things in the material world. Why do things in the material world go a little slower is because it has to get from the higher dimensions and the infiniteness of your imagination into the world. So this is any kind of thing that someone is working on in the material realm, here in the earth, something that they are putting effort and energy towards achieving their goal, right? This feels like it's an end to that progress. It's an end to where they thought they were going, right? They thought it was here. Oh, no, it's not. That is over. That is done. Whatever you were building or doing in the material world, it was not for your highest good or for the best of all. And instead of feeling like this is the end, this is all over, right, my life is over, you need to shift perspective. This is the idea of like that you are protected, not rejected, right? You didn't get the goal that you were going for, not for anything that had to do with you, but because it was not the right goal for you. It was not the right goal. And this is the point where you could either just like every night be worrying, what am I gonna do? Everything's fallen down and it's the end. Or you can start to shift your perspective and understand that you have power in your dreams and imagination. You're able to see both sides. You have hidden gifts that are not being used currently, and that's why that goal that you had was cut away, because that's not the final place for you. That's not where you're actually supposed to be, right? It looks good, and for lots of other people it works, but it's not, it doesn't work for you, and that's why it's being like torn down, shut away. Don't put any more energy into that. It's not allowed, because what you are supposed to be doing is doing the work, right? Taking the actions, doing all the actions, listening to your intuition, which will give you the actions to take, right? There are some people who are not going to come along. So to me, this seems like it's something where you should probably keep it quiet when it's happening, because or just accept, like, if you don't want to keep it quiet and you realize that these people who are here with you, their energy is no longer vibing, you have to be okay to have it let go, right? This is for you. It's not for everyone. And just, you know, I don't know what else to say. It does hurt when people leave. It hurts when you're not on the same path anymore. But I think the important thing at that point is to understand that their divergence from you is them following their path that they're supposed to be on, right? Or at least their part of interaction with you is over. They've served their purpose, which I don't really like to think of, because people aren't here to fulfill a purpose for you or whatever, but that's just how it came out. And the very last one is the star. It's the star. So you're here and you're like, I'm going for this pinnacle. It's like, honey, why would you even? Because this is what you could have. I'm turning you off of that goal so that you can realize that you are the one who creates your reality, your wish, your everything. And that's all about that. Just know that if something that you had planned or wanted, something gets cut off or is not available to, you know, complete the goal or achieve the dream, it wasn't for you, and there's something much better. Every time. Yep. And then here's this. I just cut the deck. Teamwork. Dreamwork. It's everything you wanted. You will find that people, right? Whoever is looking for people to help on a project or fulfill a goal, they're there. And they're helping you get to the goal. What's that? There's a saying, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with others. That's that vibe, right? Because not everyone knows everything about everything. Everybody is unique and special. How many are in here? This was, whew, somebody's got some messages. Okay, 9. We'll do it. Do it. Bottom of the deck is this feeling of, it's kind of like fighting, but it's more like you're doing all of the things that you were told to do and you feel like it's too much. You're doing all this. Why is this not kind of like progressing? You can't, that's not the energy, right? That's not the energy you want to bring to things that you're doing, right? If you look, they're high above all the actions that have been taken. So even if there was someone down there, right, trying to get them with the spears, there's no way they can. So there's no reason to worry about actions that you're taking, being on the right path, or actions that others are taking against you. They can't touch you. They can't. So that is the kind of like overall feeling of this on the deck. Oh yes, that's why they can't. That's why they can't trust you. That's why they can't touch you. Woo! Why can't they touch you? You're the 9 of Pentacles. You have everything you need. You have the way to generate wealth and abundance and fulfillment in your life. You are, even though this is Pentacles, right? You see that she has a hawk there with like a falcon, right? With the cover on the eyes. So even this means that beyond just abundance of like food and plants, stuff like that, she has the keen eye and focus of a falcon chasing prey. That's just what I'm getting. This is the person who has done the work and is enjoying the things, right? This is the person who is still working. And what's the two different vibes here, right? It's the same kind of thing. They're both working. What's the difference? This one here, this person's sitting here looking at it. When's it going to grow? What's it going to do? Is this all I'm getting from this? And this person is like, I've got it all. Why would I ever look at pentacles like this? Why would I ever have that vibe towards things I'm trying to create in my life, right? You want partnership, divine union. This is emotional simpatico. That's what this is. So it might not be love. It could be a business relationship. It could be someone that you find who's like your new partner or best friend, but it doesn't have to be romantic. It's just okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. Which person would you rather have as your partner? What person would you rather have join you in business or a relationship? That's what it's saying, right? That's it. Next one, strength is still here like every single day for the last 5 days because it's all about Leo. It's all about the full moon, the eclipse. We're in the 8th month. 8 infinity symbol over the head. There's so many synchronicities of why the strength card keeps coming out lately, but this is also for this reading in a similar context. It's kind of like it's telling you, you have the strength to overcome. You have the knowledge that you need. And here's the next one, right? This one again of like people leaving, not believing, going on their own way, and you're following your ideas of where you should be going, right? It also cautions, right? Strength is not stubbornness. Strength is not doing it all by yourself. Okay? But strength is also knowing that you can, right? It's if people aren't aligned with you, let them go. It's not your job to transmute them or make them understand or anything like that. Does that suck? Yes. You have the strength to overcome it though. Don't even worry about those things that happen. Right? And then here's the same thing again, right? This whole thing, right? When these kind of things happen, naturally starting out, you're gonna kind of doubt yourself. Am I really supposed to be doing this? Maybe they were right. I don't know what I'm doing. All of those kind of things, right? Archangel Michael always in here, legit, telling you that what is being offered to you and what you know is right and protected. And I just heard divinely sanctioned. So there you go. Even this, there still can be this, right? Things can happen. The point is, again, the energy that you're bringing to it. Are you focusing on the loss, or are you focusing on the resources you have and ready to pivot because change is coming? This is almost like Archangel Michael is like, yes, this is the thing you're supposed to be doing, and you're like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to change. And you're being called to change your perspective. Change your perspective on this change. Right? Choose her. Heathen Manny, yes, sure. I just ask if you give me a like or a subscribe, and I'm happy to share my gifts to you as gifts. What does Heathen Manny need to know? Okay, okay. I'll read this one. Then I will ask with your real name. Sure, no problem. And we'll do some more because I just like flip, 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 flip. So this has to do with rash decisions, like things done quickly and maybe not with consideration. There is some, yes, clearly, yeah. There's some heartache. There's complication. Yeah. There's this feeling, right? Swords are like ideas, so it's almost like that you're thinking back, right? Either you're thinking back on what happened or what multiple things have happened, or it's kind of like you're looking back at it like almost like you can't let go, right? Or here's the other thing, almost like you're the one pulling the swords out, right? This dude looking at it, got a sword in his hand, right? Pulling them out in the complicated relationship. Complicated relationship though, right? There's others who have information or something in the 3D material world that would help you. I just heard, don't shoot the messenger, therapist, right? Like sometimes there's other people that you need to have in real life to help you build what comes next after this. Like if this is some kind of betrayal, I never feel like people have to break up. That's always your choice, and then the important thing afterwards is to, like, you know, I don't know, be the better person, fulfill your commitments, things like that. So it looks like someone else is going to, at least one person, maybe two, help you consider bringing it back together, this complicated relationship. Somebody's going to have inspired action, if that's you or them. On the other side, there's something that is like kind of like a whisper or in your mind telling you, like, call him, do this, go there, whatever. Like that's being offered. But again, like in all of this, rashness is like, don't make any rash decisions. Don't say things that can't be unsaid. Yeah. Don't make any rash decisions, and don't do something because you think it's going to make things better or work or make you happy and it hasn't been the divine inspiration. If it's some repeated cycle in the past of things that you do, right, you're being shown, right? So this inspired action is basically telling you, do the work, work. Yes. This is the complicated thing too, right? Like in your reality, in the material world, you are sitting here cranking things out, making pinnacle after pinnacle after pinnacle after pinnacle. So even though it's very complicated, look at all the work you're doing. Those pentacles don't go away just because something else has changed. Right? You will always have the things that are built by you for your foundation, and this is the last card and why you need to know. So just like this one, this is almost like the opposite, right? Is someone that is, you're protected, you're making decisions from an aligned place, you understand your powers to manifest and transmute energies, you are aligned with the earth, the water, the plants, and you are, part of you doing this work is on your journey to the top of the mountain, to the mountaintop, to the enlightenment, to seeing the future, to your, what is it, energetic of course you will make it through all of this. 100%. 100%. And just remember, even if you are not temperance yet, temperance is there. This is your like higher self waiting for you. This is your spirit guide. This is your guardian angel. This is the one, right? You don't have to worry. It's being prepared for you. Hey bugs, how are you? Thank you for joining so much. Cassidy, I hope that was good. And if you want me to ask some more, I'm happy to. Bugs, drop a like, subscribe. You can ask a question with your cards. You can put it in the chat. You can ask it in your mind. Or you can just say, this is not for me. And this space is really about authenticity, vulnerability, holding the space as protected and divine source energy flowing through this space. So good. Why am I ever not just always live streaming? For some reason, my brain tells me I don't have things to talk about. What are you going to talk about? Girl, I talk about nothing for hours. Why would I ever worry about that? I'm glad this was helpful, Cassidy. And, okay, I just heard it. It's like, this too shall pass, right? Like, people love to say that when things are not going great. The idea of like, oh, well, it's not great, so things will be better. But it's also true on the other side, too. So that's why it's like, really enjoy the good times. Because guess what? Those pass, too. 100%. 100% you're going to make it through this. I just got the chills. And when you go through something like this that demands a lot of your body, heart, mind, and soul, you come out even stronger than when you came in, when you started. Who you were when you started is not who you are now. And, okay, I saw this, so I'm going to try and say it. It's like, your understanding of yourself should not come from others who cannot see the wholeness of you. And also, don't ever take feedback or direction, instructions, guidance from someone who is not in a space that you want to be in, right? Why would you care if this person over here who's doing that thing says this about you? Like, you don't want to be doing that thing that they're doing. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what other people say. Usually when these kind of difficult things happen, what comes out at the end is something beautiful, amazing, and what you could have never even guessed was coming your way. It'll feel like the tower. Of course it will. Don't waste your energy doing this, right? Have confidence. You've made it this far. Every single day you've woken up and alive. That's tomorrow too. And the day after, and the day after. Hey, Bob. How you doing? We're just going to give you a little black tourmaline energy. All those surrounding you are those who want the best for you. And those who are not are no longer around you. Break generational curses. You are in the right place, honey. That's what I've been doing. Yes. I'm so happy. Yes. Yes. Yep. And know too that, and I know you know this, it's like you can feel them. They're still around you. You can still even talk to them. I love it too. I did generational curses too. I was one who found out that pretty much every single person in my family and my husband's family are neurodivergent, and we're at the age where that wasn't even a thing nobody knew, so we were like socialized is the best way to put it, so that people would find us palatable. And a lot of my last, I would say, decade has been spent kind of unprogramming that. And I broke the generational curse by making sure that my kids got the support they needed, that I wasn't expecting them to act in a way that they didn't actually have the capacity to, and see them for who they are and celebrate it. That's how I broke that. Breaking it. Whew. I've broken the poverty generational curses. One of the things that really helped me like make progress on this was to do like ancestor money, or like you could just write on a piece of paper the things that you are offering from yourself to them, and then just, you know, write it out, like why you're making this offering for them, to release things or anything like that, to bring some other stuff in for them that they need, all those kind of things, and then just see what happens. I had to burn a lot of ancestor money. Like I got the guidance to do it, so I got some, and then it was like I had to burn ancestor money hundreds at a time for, I would say, at least 6 weeks before it got to the place where I wasn't constantly being instructed to do it. But of course now, since we talked about it today, it's the perfect opportunity to do that as well. Because things that are here are for everyone. All the time. Yes. One of the other things, like when my dad's mom passed away, she was kind of the, I would say, what she experienced was kind of the starting point for some of the generational trauma, most recently in the past couple of generations. And she had given me something, and I had lost it, and she thought she was gonna come up into my space screaming, like, you know how an ambulance, the sirens, it was like right like that up into my face, and I'm like, oh no, girl, no, maybe you could do that in like the material world. Doing that in my energetic space that I've built around here. You don't have access to me unless you're gonna come correct. And the more that you do that energetically, the more you can start doing that in the 3D world too, where it's like, don't come in here acting the fool. We are a very highly protected space. You are not gonna like the outcome of that. Yep. Yes. And I also understand. That's also another fight for me, because we were socialized. So all of my validation comes from external places. Am I acting appropriately? Am I dressed appropriately? Do I look right? Am I doing the right things? Saying the right things? Nope. But it's hard, right? You chase that validation because we have not, one, you have to realize that you can give it to yourself, and then two, you have to get to the point where you give yourself the validation and that's enough. And I'm working on that, right? Somebody's got to, right? Somebody's got to break these generational curses. There's a reason why we were called into this space and these families and this experiences. Sometimes it's to see our own power. Sometimes it's for us to understand that we really do create everything, and we then have to forgive ourselves for things that we allowed or we wanted that weren't right for us, or any of those kind of things. Now he's so nice. He's like, oh, it's afternoon nap time. Yes. Yep. I think the thing that I'm really focusing on now, um, uh, strongly, is ensuring that the energies I'm carrying are mine, and that the things I'm working to transmute are mine to transmute. Yes. Oof. The forgiving myself one, though, I had to do it a few times, but finally it was like I forgave myself enough and had broken enough generational curses and learned about like myself, my needs, my genetics, all of that kind of stuff got me to the point where I could feel compassion for my parents, and I wanted to speak to them again and be around them again, and forgiving myself and then allowing me to forgive them brought back memories of beautiful, amazing things, things that they had done so right, even though they didn't necessarily know, like they're trying to raise this kid who doesn't kind of fit into any box, doesn't act like they're supposed to, is loud and rowdy and all those kinds of things, and caring more about your relationship and family love versus what other people who the only reason they're judging you is because they're trying to make themselves feel better, or those are the judgments that they place on themselves, which are also harmful as well. So that's why they're not happy. But yeah, taking ownership and forgiving myself for all of those things, and then being able to forgive them, really opened my mind back up to all of the wonderful things. And that is true anywhere in life, right? Anywhere in life, you're like, okay, I accept things as they are instead of judging them, and I want them to be a different way, and all my energy and everyone who's for me also wants it to be this different way. What should I do? What's my next step? And wait and listen. And it's the quiet voice, and if you haven't been listening to it for a while, it's going to be real quiet. But the more that you do these things that you don't, why would I do that? What are you trying to tell me? Nah, that's silly. Just like listening and doing it, that's what makes the voice louder. That's what makes the magic stronger. That's what makes your power bigger. Because that's how you start getting alignment, right? You're doing the things that you're just like inspired to do. And you never know what's going to come out of it, but you know it's going to be great because it's for you. It's for you. All right, the cat is straight napping, so no more real tarot cards for shuffling. Yes, yes, and it's especially tough when you've been hurt a lot, right? Like, in those times, it helps me when I remember how strong I am and what I've overcome and what I continue to achieve. And no one can hurt you unless you allow it. Seriously, if you get at a point with someone where you feel like there's any kind of vibe like they would physically harm you, you should be out of their way before that. You have very good instincts and understanding of human behavior and emotion. You know. I come from that place where things being quiet, things being calm feels weird. It doesn't really feel safe. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop. What's gonna happen? I work on resting into that. Where it's like, oh, I feel like I have to do something. I have to go somewhere. I can rest. You don't have to do anything unless like it's divinely inspired, and then it only, you know, what do I want to say, gets louder. It's not like it gets tougher. It's like, if you don't hear the warning bell, they're gonna if you don't hear the warning bell, they're gonna sound the friggin' alarm, right? If you don't believe in the things that you're hearing, you're dreaming about, that's in your head, right? We're moving from this change, death, to that. We're trusting ourselves. We are intuitively guided. We see all of the energy, the full picture. We know the things that people don't understand, how or why we know those things. That's why you don't need to be worried about change. This is the other thing. That's why I just heard, you don't need to be worried about change. This is the change. From where you are, this is where you're going. So you don't have to be worried about it. It's going to be weird as shit. People are not going to validate you. People are going to think that you are weird, wackadoo, whatever, all the things that they say, right, about people who are in touch with more of the energy of reality, I guess. I don't know. I'm so glad I was able to connect with you today, Heather, Cassidy, and that heathen. Cassidy, Heather, hilarious. That we got connected today, and I'm so happy for that. And I'm going to just call it for today. Hope I am back very, very soon. Right? I don't have to hope. I have to commit to it. Okay, well, I always make my lives available afterwards so you can watch them. There's past ones, and that way I really keep the space open in the 5D for people who are coming and receiving messages at a later time. Everybody has made mistakes. Everybody has fallen short. Like, I am a legitimate earth angel, and even I have fallen short of glory. Even I have to do the work. Like, it's the work that's required to kind of live in this heavier density and maintain a higher vibration. That's the work. And being seen, right? That's something that's never felt safe to me, because every time I was perceived by a person, usually they were judging how I was looking, acting, sounding, saying, because of my, I don't know how to say it, like, unique wiring. Yeah. I love you. I hope you have a great day, and that we run into each other again. And if not, know that you positively impacted me too, as the feeling is mutual. That's what I'm saying. All right. I love you all, and yeah, that's it. I'm off to have an awesome day, and I hope that you are too. Bye. Ooh, hit that off button. Yeah. There we go. Ring.